Hey, so it's Iozaf here. So we're gonna do a real complete walkthrough of this Pokeland Legends. Uh, right now it's called Monster Manual. Okay, so if you're interested in Pokemon, um, and if you're interested in surviving as a free-to-play without spending any cash, this is really the walkthrough for you. This is the walkthrough complete guide that you can ever get. Okay, so it's gonna be walkthrough by Yosef. Okay, so the first thing you got to know is the game has multiple servers. Okay, so before we get to that, let us go back to the original view again. You see, before we even start the game, we need to prepare. We need to know a few things already. So the time that I'm going to give you will be based on the Singapore's um, GMT timing. You have to go and convert into your own timing of your own region. Okay, so as for now, um, what I can tell you is this is the latest server S578 Milotic. So for this one, this server starts on Sunday. The exact time is 11 p.m. So take out your notes, okay, and pen and paper. Write this down. So this server, as in subsequently you open up new ones. This server is the Sunday server is the best server for you to start. Okay, especially as a beginner, start or restart. Okay. Um, later on I'll say the reason. Okay. Then so this is Sunday, 10 p.m. This is Friday. Yes, Friday, Sunday 11 p.m. Sorry, Sunday 11 p.m. Friday 11 p.m. Thursday 11 p.m. And this is Wednesday or Tuesday 11 p.m. And this is probably Monday 11 p.m. Okay, so all the servers starts at 11 p.m. GMT so far. Okay, for the latest ones that we have encountered. Okay, so when you start, a fresh server, let's say at 11 p.m. Um, why do I recommend 11 p.m. is because of the the stuff that you can get when you first started the game. So right now this server is fresh. Um, technically is in day 2 already. Okay. You can call it day 1 because it started at Sunday 11 p.m. The server has been live not longer than okay, so right now it's 9 a.m. so not longer than 10 hours. Okay, so of course you do the tutorial. Okay, so why do I recommend you starting at Sunday is because of the item. Okay, that item will help you breeze through most of the maps. Okay, without the item, since you are free to play, it's gonna be very tough for you. Okay, and most other free to play players who started on Monday will have a significant disadvantage. Okay, compared to you. But of course, if you're talking about those cash players, these are all no issues for them. Okay, but of course they will also start at 11 p.m. sharp. So we're gonna click the usual uh, stuff. So after we complete the basic tutorial, um, there will be a few more icons appearing at the top left. So this walkthrough gonna walk through you all the way, hopefully to level 25. Okay, so that you guys can see what you should do, what you should not do during the first 3 days of the game. Okay, the first 3 days is especially important if you want to survive as free to play, because if you do the wrong stuff during the first 3 days, you're gonna find it very difficult to climb back and to even continue in the game once you get to the mid game or end game. Okay, so of course then if you try to survive in the arena or some other stuff, you realize you cannot even compete with most of the Pokemon masters there. So these skills, okay, will recharge itself every 5 minutes. Okay, so when you complete quests, it also recharges. So be sure to use them, but I recommend you to use them on several uh, Pokemon. Okay, to allow you to complete the quest faster, so that you can compete with the ranking. I mean, in the ranking. Okay, so you can either set this to auto or not to auto, but to get a full experience, I guess this will be better, and it is also faster if you can click faster. So you can click onto the Pokemon before the turn starts. Okay, so of course, if you are playing this on your handphone and on your tablet, you know where the locations is. You can see the uh, mouse cursor. Okay. Okay. So at this point in time, uh, you realize all the icons are appearing. Okay. So a lot of stuff over here. If you can collect, of course, you try to collect them. But all the rest is for cash stuff. So later on, we'll be focusing mostly on this daily diamonds that only happens within the first 3 days of the server opening. Of course, the Pikachu friendship thingy, the Bite Course gift. This one is for cash players. Okay, so and we'll be focusing on this level 25 rank. Okay, so we'll be able to, let's say you start at 11 p.m. You'll be able to complete this by, if you follow this walkthrough lah. You're gonna be able to complete this by 1 plus. Okay. Okay. So let's say if you start during the weekends. The good thing about starting during the weekends is that you get one additional icon, and it'll give you the weekend bonus. Okay. Later on, maybe it will appear. Okay. So it gives you the weekend bonus, and you'll be able to get. If you do that quick enough, you'll be able to find the +5 item for your monster straight away, for your monsters to equip. Okay, so if you have um, played this game before, you realize you'll be able to equip something here. Okay, so that will power up your Pokemon once you complete the level 14 mainline quest. So right now the path that I'm going through is actually my recommended path for you. Okay, so when you're going through the server launch at 11 p.m., I suggest that you take this path too. Okay, so you'll be able to complete this. You'll be able to reach level 25 by in 2 hour plus time. Okay, so 2 hour 15 minutes or 2 hour 10 minutes, all up to you. Okay, see how fast you want to run. Okay. Okay, so at this point in time, what you want to do is you're gonna draw this because you gotta wait for 10 minutes for each draw, and you also want to upgrade your skill. Focus on your Charmander for now. This sheer shot, not really necessary, but you can save up. But in this case, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna boost it all the way. Okay, so at this point in time, you can just pump up your Charizard, it's not Charizard, your Charmeleon and Caterpie. So your Caterpie just have a bit will do. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so the fastest way to get to adventure is this click, and you click to the dungeon. So I advise you not to follow the the story quest first because you have excess stamina right now, and you want to quickly use them out because the stamina will each of the stamina will recharge. Okay, at a certain time. So if you don't use it up, then it's just bad. It's just bad. As a free to play because you have very limited stamina. Okay, for those cash players, they can recharge that stamina with diamonds. They can do so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Okay, depending on their VIP level. So the VIP level depends on how much money they spend. Okay, so of course that is not for us. So you might want to click this to have a feel of how much money you have now. Okay, okay, so okay, no, you're not gonna do the quest. Okay, like I said. Okay, you're gonna finish this up. Okay, so let's say while you're drawing the items for the weekend items, okay, you don't get the 5 plus, you really should consider um, restarting the account again. Okay, so you might need to draw a new account, you might need to prepare the new account before before the thing, so that so if you want to relog again, okay, relog to a new one, you have to just quit the game and go and do the switch account when the loading screen is on. So I'm not going to show you right now, but the idea is that you should ideally get the 5 plus items straight away from the icons here lah. Okay, on icons here, but right now it's not appearing because it's not in the weekends. Okay, so ideally you should be starting at the weekends. Okay, okay, so once you complete this, so Bulbasaur is going to be a very key important uh, Pokemon when we start the next match. Okay, you're going to press team, click the Bulbasaur in, okay, ramp him up to the level that is decent, which is our level. So the access you might want to keep because later on this Caterpie is not going to be very useful. Okay, there's two strategy. Either you use you ramp up the Caterpie all the way to a Butterfree, or you can ramp up your Elected. Okay, so I'm assuming that you won't be able to get Electabuzz um, so easily. So I'm gonna just um, power up the Elected for now, so that you guys can see what you should be doing. So at this point of time, you might want to use up all the goodies. Okay, just enough for her to level up, as in evolve. Because what we want is what we want to call that. We want to make sure, okay, there's sufficient friendship, but not access. Because we might need to keep the item for somebody else. So this is especially true if you want to do the speed runs. Okay, so okay, once you reach this state, okay, you can either continue once more the storyline one more time before you were to click this, but I think it's fair enough that we can click it right now to get one more Pokemon, so that we can set the bonding up. Okay, so Bulbasaur, the speed is higher than Charmander, so oh shit, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so very minor mistakes or whatsoever, all those are fine. Okay, big mistakes are like overspending gems. Okay, so we should spread the spending throughout 3 days, so that we can get the best bonus out the 3 days that we start. Okay, so um, last time when you are playing the game, perhaps you are finding it tough to get the advanced Myst ticket. Okay, this the way that we solve it now is that we don't spend too much. Okay, once we hit 2,500, we cut it. Okay, we don't pump diamonds anymore. We don't use them anymore. We use it another day. So this is only valid for the 3 days when the server starts. Okay, so 3 days when the server starts. So let's say it started at 11 p.m. Okay, the scary thing is, okay, the scary thing is that um, you will be only be able to, I think at best, get 3 times 3, 9, or maybe 3 times 4. Okay, if you're lucky, as in if they never eat us. Okay, so 11 to 5 p.m. because every time where the server starts, this whole thing will restart at 5 p.m. No, 5 a.m. Sorry, 5 a.m. Okay, so 11 to 5 a.m. you have 6 hours time frame. Okay, to reach 2,500. Okay, but if you follow my guide, you're gonna get the gems really easily. Okay, at least to your first 4 sets of 2,500. which means your first 10k of gems. So everything will be free based on what the game gives us. Okay, but beyond that, uh, if you continue towards the game, you realize the the amount of gems that you can get will slow down. Okay, okay, if you are not in the top guild, so this hopes to mitigate that. It's not teleporting properly. Okay, the reason why I choose not to train Butterfree is because it's really pitiful. Okay, it's very painful to train it, and of course I also don't feel like training weak Pokemons. Okay, because you have to work double just to compensate on the time wasted. So you realize our team setup is like this. Okay, so for now you can just evolve your Caterpie. So the next thing you have to watch out for is the level 18. Okay, so either you can do a level 18 switch or you can continue to use a Caterpie. Okay, so you realize right now we have excess skill points already due to our clicking actions. You don't have to focus on Caterpie, or maybe you don't even have to focus at it at all, because at the end of the day you're not gonna use it. You're gonna just switch it out. Okay, so at this point of time, sometimes people want to change to this guy. Okay, but I recommend not to change to this guy, because this guy is, frankly speaking, useless. Okay, his stats, okay, is very bad, and as you can see, the personality, or we call it the nature, is very bad. Okay, so this charged nature is really bad enough. We have, just imagine we have 3 of this. Okay, you're not gonna survive very well, because all the defense is gonna drop. Okay, so ideally this one should be able to do so. You should be able to survive this and get full stars. So while you're playing the game, of course you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna waste time talking about why we do something like that. Okay, so you can just go and breeze through everything. So my philosophy is don't use your XP cards unnecessarily. Okay, so if you find that you cannot clear it properly, then you start to pump the EXP, because right now every quest is giving you EXP. If you use the EXP card straight away, you ramp it up to the maximum level. Of course, you're gonna have a easier time crossing the filling out of game. Okay, but actually for starters, it doesn't really matter because you can get the EXP card quickly through using of coins. Okay, so I don't mind showing you guys what will happen. Okay, um, so right now we know that the maximum level that the Pokemon can have is 12 based on your own character's level. So our character level is probably under 10 now, but as the game goes along, the maximum level that Pokemon have is your character's level. So let's say your character level is 30, the maximum level that your Pokemon can have is 30. See, we just nice made the cut. Okay, so far we have been doing one shot one kill, as in we did not miss any stars, so we don't have to go back and do it again. So normally we should we should keep the tanker at the center. So I did not do that. Okay, my bad. Later on we also do a switch. Okay. So ideally the tank should be of the negative resistance, opposite resistance to the Pokemon that you're fighting right now. Okay, we're gonna just do a switch. So and then time and time again, not to forget to eat this up. Just not forget to click. Okay, so when you forget to click, the red icon will appear. The red tick will appear. So Caterpie first, then Bulbasaur, then Charmander. realize our Pokemon is reaching the maximum level already, right? It got capped there at 12. That means we need to go back and go and click the quest already. If not, we'll be wasting XP. So I wasted one round because this round they're not going to do anything. Okay, we hit this so that chance he will heal this one. Oh, the chance he didn't heal. Oops. Should have saved it for here. I didn't see it around. Okay, so sometimes it's good for you to save up your ultimate for such cases. Yeah, you can just flush it off. Right now it's like not here, not there. See, it reached the cap, and then it doesn't increase anymore. So when it comes to this kind of state, it's a good sign that you need to go back and go and clear your quests. So what I mean clearing quests is you gotta click this. You gotta click, you know, collect all your rewards, so that your character will level up. So if you're starting, okay, if you're starting early in the game, there will be a lot of people requesting friend with you, and you will try to reach 20 friends as fast as possible for the title, free title. That is the best title at the point in time, and then you also want to do this. So at this point in time, of course, you might think that you're not capable of fighting this. Actually, you're fully capable. Okay, so what I'm doing now is trying to get the best number. Okay, out. You notice this number here? It fluctuates, right? So you're gonna get the minimum amount that you can find, and then go and challenge it. Okay, so when you first started in the game, that's the best time that you can get the highest ranking in the arena. Okay, so once the once the game has carried out for quite some time, um, you might not be able to do so already. Okay, so the first 3 days is the only few days that you can so-called compete with, especially the first day lah. Okay, just just before, just after 5, then you can, for the first time of your life, you get the first ranking in the arena. See the type witness. Okay, the reason why we do it now is so that we don't need to compete with other people. But of course, if you find this too time consuming, you want to skip this until you get decent level, you should do so before 4 a.m. Okay, 4 a.m. they're gonna close this. Okay, so by 4 a.m. you should be, okay, you should be around 100 placing. Yes, you know. So I think I reach 26, 25, number 25 place or number 26 place. Uh, you can do slightly better, maybe 24, 23 within the 20 zone. Okay, so you should be able to reach that state, or maybe at even best reach 10 plus. Okay, you reach number 10 plus, then that means your ranking, you'll be ranked 10 plus. Okay, before 4 a.m. Okay, because around 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. then they will start to close. Okay, so you realize just now the guy that I fight is actually not a player, not a true player, it's the AI. Okay, right now all these are, you can see, AIs. Okay, if you see any mount, all these are all players. Okay, you want to avoid them. Okay, so this one, although they don't have mount, you look at the name, you know this is a player. This is a player. Okay, so um, once you finish your 5 of your fights, okay, what you want to do is you want to top it up. Okay, you want to uh, spend the diamonds and buy 5 more arena chance. So in this case, you can buy it straight away already, and then you wait for the cooldown. Don't go and accidentally click this. You click this, you will spend your gems for nothing. Okay, so all right. So time and time again, you want to go and collect this, and of course do this because you need to wait 10 minutes for each time open this. Let's go Konda first because Konda is this side, Mum is the other side. They're nearby each other. And after that, Philip, Adam. Okay, so if you don't get that, it's fine. You know, you can just spend a few more seconds to walk. It's really fine. You should be able to get the advancement ranking, the level additional bonus of I believe 60 gems or 40 gems. Okay, for the level 25, pretty easily, and I forgot. So we're gonna let Bulbasaur or Charmeleon in it. Either one is fine. But of course, the best is Bulbasaur right now because we need him to clear the mob quickly. Okay, so let's use Neko for now. Okay, so if you're aggressive, you can click them off. if you want to save time. Okay, so um, the weird guy is the weird thing is we got to clear the quest, right? If it gives us crit, then it'd be best, but most of the time it doesn't give us that crit. So if you don't know whether the quest is there or not, you can just click it once and then you do something like that. Then you crit, okay? So why do I get so much money? It's because we want to do this. Okay. So we need to get this to level 5. I mean, so be it. One more. One more. Okay, so near so far. Okay, but of course, ideally you should only be doing it once. That means the Neko thingy, you just wait lah. You just wait. Okay, keep your gems. Okay, but I just want to do something different for now. Uh, okay, no matter how you do for your daily cost of diamonds, once you reach 2,500, please stop. Okay, don't proceed and hit this 4,000 mark. Because previously I hit the 4,000 mark, I regretted it. Of course, you get the weekend bonus thingy. The weekend bonus give you the level 3 to level 5 carry item, which is the weapon of the Pokemon. But it is not a very good target again for you spend an additional 1.5k, or maybe actually you spend beyond the 1.5k. You should, if you keep on spending, you spend like 2,500, which you can use for another day of another set of this. Okay, which gives you bread. Okay, that one's no brainer. You get the bread vitality, additional vitality, and also beyond that you get this. Okay, especially as a free to play player, this is very limited. Okay, you want to catch your favorite Pokemon, um, this is it. Okay, this is your best chance. Okay, so of course time and time again go and do the battle. Okay, so but of course right now not going to do that for you. Okay, so every time you battle, remember to choose the best number, the smallest number, so they can reach the highest score. Okay, okay, let me just show you. Okay, show you that again. Just now it's 7288, right? So it takes time. So sometimes the number that you started off with is the best one, really. So you really have to have patience. It's 728. We see 72686, right? 7274. But I missed it. I clicked too quickly. I click it again. Okay, but you get the idea. Once you reach that, a number that is reasonably low, not necessarily freaking low. Okay, then you can just press fight. Okay, but of course, nonetheless, see the power. Is it lower than yours? Is it a real player? If it's not, good for you. Um, see the Pokemon. Okay, we have difficulties fighting them. Okay, so next. So by the time we talk so much, we should have reached this. Bulbasaur is important, so we're gonna power it up. Okay, you also can power up this Charmeleon. Okay, not enough money. Okay, so that was a bad demonstration. So just now while powering the mouth, okay, maybe you should not have spent. We shouldn't have spent so much money. Okay, you should keep some. Okay, the Neko, you can choose not to use three of them up because the amount of money that, frankly speaking, they give is very little compared to the other quests. Okay, there's a quest that you can get lots of coins. Okay, but you have to complete it before 4 a.m. again. Okay, so the idea is complete all those quests before 4 a.m. Okay, sorry. Oh, I accident. But it's fine. You want to maintain this at 4, okay, so that you can get 4 stars. Okay, once that is done, we have elect kit. And once we got elect kit, we don't need the Metapod anymore. We don't even need to train it. Okay, later on maybe you just eat the level card and then you can evolve it already because it fulfills all the requirements. Okay, so this we don't need to train it anymore. Okay, you don't even need to level it in the first place. Okay, okay, but level 18 would you would just press evolve and you evolve. Okay, so right now we're going to change it to elect kit. Okay, as usual we're going to power level up it to a decent amount. Okay, whoa, right now the level cap is 17. Okay, so um, you can focus on its skills. But not enough money. I spent too much just now. Okay, so let's continue. So our Pokemon is level 17 and the Pokemon that we're fighting now is level 12. So it's easy peasy. Okay, so although Charmeleon has a type weakness, it's still gonna be pretty useful in this map. Okay, it doesn't really kill Charmeleon so easily. You should be able to get 4 stars very easily. Okay, even with Charmeleon around. Okay, the type weakness doesn't really harm him that much. Okay, see, easy game. And we only just do it once. We don't waste our vitality. Okay, what about you? See, Bulbasaur is psyched up. Let's do a full clear. It doesn't matter how you feel. Okay, so at times where you don't reach 4 stars, it's fine. Okay, you can just continue, because due to some bad luck, sometimes you may not be able to attain that. Okay. So time and time again, go and eat up all your goodies. So if you plan to power up the elect kit, you can consider pumping its intimacy already. Okay, so if you plan to catch Electabuzz instead, then this is not required. Okay, I repeat, if you plan to power up Electabuzz, that means you plan to catch Electabuzz straight away. Okay, since you want to skip the so-called training process, you want to catch it. Okay, at this place, then it's not an option for you. Okay, I mean you can choose not to. You can choose not to do that already. Okay. So at this point of time, I'm really wondering what is this, At right now, I have no idea what is it for. So just now, if we have not spent the gems on the Neko Neko, we actually could have do the roulette once. Okay, so the roulette, okay, I've broke so many times. I've never ever get something else other than the 599. So I've been thinking about another way of approaching this. Okay, another thing is while you're doing the arena every day, try to go and get this Arcturus shot, okay, as and when you can. Okay, because that's the next best Pokemon that we can have as a free to play. Okay, so you realize right now I'm not trying to do this. Okay, I'm not trying to do this because eventually it will come. I mean, you will get your 2 4 8 after the first 3 days, but the first 3 days, well, it's gonna be really tough, And maybe your approach would be different. You want to spend entirely on that to get the Pokemon you want. If you don't get what you want, you just wait for 1 more week. So that can also do. That can also be a good way to spend your gems. That means uh, instead of focusing what we are doing right now, then you just focus on that. Okay, that means every time you restart, or should you restart, okay, you do it for the Pokemon. Okay, but if it's me, I actually would not do that. Okay, I will focus more on the leveling, clearing up, get the bonus gems first. Okay, so yeah, that's my strategy. Okay, so we're not gonna do the elite. Okay, the elite is a bit too OP. Okay, so you will want to do this and clear a few more before you were to go back to elite. Okay, so that you will get the 4 star straight. You don't waste any stamina, because for elite, for you to redo them again, oh my god, it costs so much. So then that means for a normal match it costs you 6 vitality. For elite match it costs you 12 vitality. And let's say you don't get any good items there, well, you're just wasting your time. Ah, didn't die. Very bad, very bad. Okay, so right now you realize you only get 3 stars. That means it's getting tougher. Content is getting tougher. We need to power up our Pokemon soon. like really really soon. Oh, somebody's dying. Lucky. Okay, the reason why Elect doesn't hurt is actually very simple. Because we did not power his friendship. Okay, so for you to quickly boost your power, your ability to hurt, your damage, okay, you need to hit all this up. Of course, not to forget, Bulbasaur also use Winnie the Pooh. Elec also use Winnie the Pooh. Okay, so if um, you're not gonna switch over to Electabuzz, you need to click this. As in, if you don't plan to catch one, you need to click this. But if you plan to catch it, you can just power up your Charmander instead. Okay. So there's a good thing about catching it, and there's a bad thing about catching it. Okay. The good thing about catching it is you get Electabuzz, as in the good thing about catching it is you might get an Electabuzz with a better nature. In this case, personality. But there's also a chance that you might get even worse than this. Okay, so right now the Electabuzz is speed built. It's actually not a bad thing because Electabuzz can hurt pretty well, and not enough money. Okay, so the issue is we have not enough money. Okay, because we spent too much just now. Okay, so right now you can see you should not spend too much of money for now. Okay, so um, we're getting to the we could just finish this, but maybe let us just fast forward the thing a bit. Okay, so I move on to other stuff and talk about all the rest. Okay, so once you cleared this, okay, and reach this state, okay, and you finish your normal section and get close to this Rhyhorn, okay, then you might want to switch over to the Rhyhorn so that you can do this, okay. So, but once you reach the Rhyhorn stage, you can start to clear your elite already. Okay, you can clear all the way until I believe Myst Forest, no problem because all these are all um, rock type, and you have grass and you have water. So where do you get the water from? You're gonna get it from here, the Totodile. Okay. So the Totodile has a AOE skill that to allow you to clear it straight away during the first turn, if your speed is high enough. So with the +5 item, your speed is definitely gonna be high enough. Okay. Okay. So let's just move on to the later stage. So once you get all this already, right, and then you get a decent ranking, Okay. So um, for your arena, you also did the arena. Okay. But before that, before doing clearing the upper arena, so maybe I have to want to warn you about something. Okay. Um, okay. Let's go. So the battle, or we call this the arena. Um, whether you can fight the the Pokemon Masters at higher rank, okay, at the starting stage, doesn't depend on your total power so much. It depends on something else. Okay, that something else is very important. A lot of beginners neglected it. That is your mount. Okay, so maybe after doing the arena one time, two time, you might just want to wait a bit before you do the second time, third time, sorry, do the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, nine, 10. Okay, so you want to power this, okay, through this 100 battle scheme. Okay, once you click this 100 battle scheme, I think you should get about level 15, 16, 17. Okay, if lucky 17, if you're even lucky 18 or 19. Okay, so let's say you reach 15 or 17, it's fine. Okay, because what it does is it gives you lots of stats. Okay, stats that's crazily in crazy amounts. You can never get by leveling up the Pokemon. So that means when you fight the battle, it'll be just breeze through. Okay, so if the Pokemaster don't have the mount on, okay, you don't have to ride the mount, but you don't if the Pokemaster did not train the mount, he will not be able to fight you. Okay, even if your power is lower than his, much lower than his, but he don't have mount on, he's gonna lose to you big time. Okay, so that's the strategy. Okay, so you don't really have to focus on your Pokemon too much. Okay, all right. Let's just switch accounts so that you can see later on what is the thing. Okay, so once you reach level 25, everything as per usual, you just focus on your main Pokemon rather than your side Pokemon. Okay, let me just hide the screen for a while because I need to log in. Okay, maybe let me just show you the password. I mean, it's fine. Okay, okay, sorry. I need to switch account. Okay. Okay, so let's say you got your mount to level 15 or 17. Okay, it's fair enough already. You don't by clicking this once, you can save up the rest of the gems to use in some of the times. Because if you were to use twice in a day, you will you close to exceed the limit already. Okay, so this thing is the reason why we start 4. Okay, that's the main reason as a free to play player why we start 4. Okay, so we restart because we want to join a good guild. Okay, a really good guild. Okay, hopefully the top guild. Okay, the Octoman, as in the whatever top guild that is in your game at that point of time. Okay, so uh, when you first started off and the guild icon came about, okay, time and time again go and check it. Okay, go and apply to the first guild or the top guild. Okay, at the point of time. Okay, as soon as possible because they will close off their applications soon, and you cannot even join them. Okay, for those free ones, you can join them. And once you join them, okay, what can you get every week or every day? You can get lots of good stuff. Okay, lots of gems. Okay, as you can see, the top guild occupies every single map. Okay, every single map. And for each day, what they're gonna get? They're gonna get 100 gems, 100 or 40 gems, 100 gems, 40 gems, 40 gems, 40 gems. Okay, you get the idea. So they're gonna have tons of gems by occupying the all this. Okay, so while you're participating in the guild war, you can do the guild war trick, and you can click. There's a special nick trick that you can choose to occupy a lot of maps instead of staying at one map at one time. Next time when I have the time, I'm going to show you that. Okay, but right now, um, I didn't have the capacity to do so because every Saturday I have to teach. Okay, so you go and explore it yourself and go to YouTube and search. Okay, there's a glitch that you can do that you can occupy all the maps all the time. Okay, so then you can quickly search for battles. Okay, so ideally, um, you want the first you want to participate in the first three maps. Okay, but if you feel that you're not fit enough, then you can participate in the bottom field, because the bottom field, what happens is that the rewards that they give you is lesser. Okay, but of course, if your guild occupies all the maps, okay, when you participate in it, you get a participation, and other than that, um, you just need to participate maybe all maps at least once. Okay, then even if you don't do participate every map at least once, by being the top guild, you get the bonus every day for the rest of the week. Okay, or maybe if your guild occupies it forever, then you get you get your your what 2,400 gems every day easily. Every day you can, okay, by being in the top guild, by participate by winning in the first 3 days. Okay, every day you can, okay, um, go to the capsule toy, go and draw the advanced capsule then. Okay, so what's the main deal? You got to be active in the first 3 days. Okay, you got to start at when the server starts. You got to do the right thing. Okay, and then be in the right guild. Okay, and you have at least nine of the tickets to spend in your advanced Myst. And you can get all this. You can get this Latios and all those stuff. Okay, but of course I advise you to keep, okay, because they won't be unlocked until you complete the maps. Okay, I repeat, until you complete maps. Okay, it means don't see it coming. Oh, then after that you go and do this. Okay, so uh, as for the timing where they have special weather, I can tell you. Okay, 10:30 a.m. Okay, 10:30 p.m. Okay, 10:30 a.m., 10:30 p.m. every day. Okay, so if you miss one, it's fine. You wait for another day. Okay, or wait for until the other hours. 12 hours later, you get another set. Okay, and then you get this. Okay, so we don't need the VIP tree to get the special weather to get our special Digimon. Okay, so this is Snorlax. Okay, so other than that, okay, your normal Digimon also have different ones already. Okay, but you won't get to unlock them unless you clear the later maps. Okay, you do if you don't clear the later maps, there's no way of them spawning. Okay, when they were to spawn, their icons will appear here, and you know they are in the map. Okay, but the main issue is, do you even have the ticket in the first place? Okay, the normal ticket is easy to get, really easy to get, but the advanced ticket is tough, like freaking tough. So what I advise you is, during the first 3 days, okay, you realize that the all of this is gone, right? During the first 3 days, do the right thing, you get the ticket. Okay, because subsequently, if you want to spend diamonds, then what do you get? You get what? Jewelry. Okay, you might get epic jewelry, legendary jewelry. So the jewelry, you can get them all the time, no issue. That the ticket, oh my god, this is so hard to get. So during the first 3 days, you do the wrong thing, you're screwed. You're really screwed. And then since you started early and you did the right thing, you can at least get all these three bonuses. Three of these bonuses. Okay, diamond, the 80 diamond, big pearls, attributions, training stones times 4, um, times 3, times 2. You just look at the gems, okay? You'll be able to climb the ranks. You'll be able to get all this because you are the shortest player to, as in you are the quickest player to get the ranks level up. Okay, that's why even the pros will start at the beginning where the server starts. Okay. Okay, and then next thing is join the top guild. Join the top guild, you benefit you a lot, and they normally open when the server just starts. Okay, so um, we don't get to do this sweet surprise thingy. Okay, so every day, what you have to do. So on top of that, every day you have to visit the store once, collect all the goodies. Okay, get your shards. Okay, so if the shard don't appear, you might want to press refresh. Okay, and then for this, you might want to every day purchase one of this once. Okay, since you have so much gems, then um, of course on top of that, what you want to do is you want to collect, okay, lots of the attribution stone. Okay, so there's a few strategies. So either you go and focus on attribution stone, or you focus on leveling. So if you focus on attribution stone, okay, then this monster league is going to be very easy. Okay, that means you don't level up your character, and you just focus on farming attribution stone while all the gems are collected. But it's a bit stupid. Okay, so because or really you want the game to be more challenging. Okay, so when you level up, okay, the monster league is going to be tougher and tougher and tougher for you to complete. Okay, when you first complete the first time, it's going to be easy peasy. Okay, but because your level is low, subsequently, wow, it's going to be so tough because it just scales. Okay, so if your power, your Pokemon doesn't scale, then you have a problem. So you have to complete all of this every day. Okay, but if you didn't manage to do so, I mean it's fine. You did the most of the right thing previously already. You did most of the right thing previously. So everything else is fine. So that's the complete guide as for the new free-to-play players. Okay, free-to-play, you gotta do that. Okay, if you don't do that, you're gonna waste a lot of time doing wrong stuff, and you realize you cannot power up. Your Digimon are all very screwed up, and so on and so on. Okay, and the next thing is if you're thinking about having a late game Pokemon or Pokemon in the mid games, you might want to check out the personality. Make sure they have a decent personality. If not, just if you have really bad luck, just focus on your main tree. Okay, whichever it is first. It's fine. You got the gems. You can wait. Okay, by being the top guild, and your guild will fund you with lots of gems. Okay, you can just click this non-stop every day, and eventually you'll get one of them. Eventually, confirm. Okay, after 10 days, you get it. Okay, after 10 days you're gonna get this. Confirm for sure, sure, sure. Okay, by doing all the right things, then your game will be smooth. Okay, smooth as fuck. All right. That's all for the guide. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, hope you learned something. That's it. This is Yosef.